Guys, appreciate you tuning in again. It's Friday. It's Remembrance Day. It's a whole lot going on. And Mr. Spottie Wi-Fi, hello, good sir. How are you doing? How's life been since coming back from New York?
Man, I'm great, man. How are you doing? It was a good time. I wish I would have gotten more time with you, bro, but I was just happy that we got to meet at all, man. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. It was super fun. And I'm curious, before we kind of get into all the stuff kind of like about you and this upcoming drop and whatnot, let's talk a little bit about Ape Fest, the way that you kind of felt, because it was the first time that you really... I don't know if we call it like coming out of the shell, but the first, public appearance, all that kind of stuff, seeing everybody on the yacht and that. Give us the kind of rundown from your perspective, how you thought things went, meeting, fans for the first time and all that. Just give us kind of like a full reflection of your experience at Ape Fest.
Man, it was incredible. I'm really grateful that I doxed myself a few weeks ago. And so if I was still anonymous going into Ape Fest, I might have been like reserved or whatever, but going into the week, I was just like, screw it, man. I'm gonna be out there. I'm trying to meet everybody. I'm trying to bring the spectacle, bring the entertainment value. And it was so awesome, man. I had a PO-app for anybody that I met. If they asked me for the PO-app, I would give them the PO-app. And just taking a lot of pictures, meeting a lot of people, putting faces to names. And started out on the yacht, where I think I met you on the yacht for the first time, and it was dope. I'm not gonna lie, I wish I had eaten dinner. I love the yacht party. It was amazing, but I know a lot of people were under the impression there might be food there because of the start time. But I was there with my fiance. It was dope, and we were just like, you know what, screw it. We're just gonna drink the hunger away, and that's what we did. And then, the whole week was amazing, but the highlight for me was the warehouse party. And really, I wanted to see a rap show, Schiller, to be honest with you. But then I started hearing rumors and murmurs about the Strokes. And one thing you might not know about me, I love the Strokes, man. They're like maybe one of the bands that I would care to see more than anybody, more than any other band, because I had never seen them before. And so they brought out the Strokes, and then they brought out Lil Baby. So I got the rap show too, man. So it was just like the best of both worlds. I had a ball.
I think one of the highlights of the whole thing, and the story that I keep saying, is like, everyone's like in the staircase, you do the whole, hey, like, holy shit, like, I know who you are type deal, like, for everyone. And then, like, when you walked by, everyone's like, I'm Spottie. It was a hell of a time, and glad that you were able to make it out for there. So not only were you doing stuff at Ape Fest, but you also had a thing at NFT NYC, and you had a speech, and I want to actually play it for everyone right quick. So, Spottie, you're not going to hear this, but everyone on the stream is. And then after this plays, I want to kind of get your reflection on that, if that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So here is Spottie accepting his reward at NFT NYC.
Well, of course, we want to thank NFT NYC. We want to thank all the Spotties that supported us and voted.
Look at this man's suit, too. Holy
sheesh. I want to thank my beautiful fiance, the matriarch of the Cheetah Gang, Melissa. I want to thank my music producer, Stephen Clark. And, I just want to say really quickly, the music industry is a dinosaur and it is infested with middlemen. And NFT is going to allow musicians to go straight to their fans and cut out the middlemen and expose how little value so many of them actually offer to the artists and to the fans themselves. So I'm really proud and we're really honored to receive this award. And I want to turn it over to my producer, Stephen Clark, guys.
Yo guys, thank you so much. Just want to thank the token holders who believed in us. And like Spottie said, our DMs are open. We're happy to give the playbook. The whole play is to put money in artists' pockets. And that's what we're out here doing. So hit us up. We're excited to see where we take it next, and appreciate this honor today. Thank you.
Thanks, Stephen.
Yo, all right, bet. So you basically kind of talked about, hey, like, like in the musical industry, there's a lot of middlemen. You are wanting to kind of break that barrier. And I think, like, of the music industry, you are somebody who's doing it the best. And the fact that you, won that award and now are able to kind of like show that to everyone. And I'm curious, number one, how did it feel to win that? And then number two, you guys said in that video, like, hit us up. Have you had anybody that's hit you up for wanting to do musical NFTs?
Yeah, man. Well, First, it was such an honor. This was the way they did the awards. It was somewhat controversial, but ultimately they had the awards based on a Twitter poll, and I just have to thank everybody, yourself included, all the friends and community online on Twitter that supported and voted for me. It was a real honor and an incredible feeling, because when I set out to start making music as a CryptoPunk, I just wanted to make a small footnote in history, because I felt it was something that nobody was doing yet. And to get this recognition at the first NFT award show, it was really special, man, So we were honored to go there and represent on behalf of the people that support me, my producer and me. And that's why I had to show out. I had to have my hair cheetah ganged up. I had to represent, with the suit and just put on a spectacle on behalf of everybody that took their time and energy to vote for me. And yeah, I have had people reach out. It's been really cool. Have had a lot of artists reaching out. I try to keep up with the messages as best I can. So check me out on Twitter at Spottie WIFI. I do a lot of Twitter spaces where I talk about my experience doing music NFTs and try to give some humble advice. And I'm also very active I'm always in my Discord, which the link is in my Twitter bio. So yeah, it's been really cool, man. And I've met a lot of artists through this that heard about, New York and everything that we had going on.
Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed that. And I mean, you go kind of right from New York to announcing this new kind of collab here with Bun-B, and it's exciting. I've already listened to some of the music, and I won't do it right now, but after you head out, we'll play a couple of the songs so everyone can kind of hear it. But for kind of like this collaboration and your upcoming drop and all this kind of stuff, give us the details, and then we'll run through the site.
Yeah, man, thank you. So my first album, my debut album, was back in August. I released that as an NFT. This new song with Bun-B is the first song off my new album, and this is going to be a year-long project. Okay, so this is the first NFT song from the new album. The whole album is collaborations. It's all about bridging the gap between the NFT world and the mainstream through music. So Bun-B is a legendary artist, super influential rapper out of Houston. And he also gets NFTs. He's done some NFT stuff before in a very cool way, not in a cash grabby way. He's an authentic dude, very humble. And so we're doing this song as a drop, an NFT drop on Monday at SpottieWiFi.com. We actually made 27 different versions, 27 different remixes of the song. You could mint one that's more common. You could mint one that's more rare. You might get a one of one. You get some copyright license rights with that, so you could use it in content for commercial uses. And if you collect, I'm going to have 5 total drops over the next year leading up to the album. This is the first of the 5. And if you collect one from each of the 5, then you get this historic collab album as a vinyl record. So that's what we're doing with this big, year-long project.
And I read somewhere on your site that you have a thing where you're going to have like a limited run of free mints for your Genesis holders, but then you're also going to have, I think it was like 2,000 for like the public mint.
Yeah, so I have 2,000 NFTs out in the wild right now. I actually have 2,003 because I made 3 music videos. And so for those 2,003 tokens, and Schiller, I know you have some, so you'll be able to go on Monday, starting on Monday, and mint for free one of these new NFTs, which the song is called All Time High featuring Bun-B. You can mint one for each and every token that you already own of mine. And you don't have to put them in different wallets or anything like that. Just wherever you have them, you connect your wallet and you can mint. And then there's a public sale that also launches at the same exact time on Monday for anybody that is new and wants to get in.
Yo, okay, that's lit. So I said originally that I was going to play the songs a little bit later, but here, let's do like a quick little thing just so you guys can hear a little bit about it. So, Spottie, you have the rap edition, the 8-bit edition, the orchestra edition, and then the 24 hybrid editions, which is kind of like the 24 one-of-ones I think that you were referencing before. But for like the orchestra edition, how in the world did that come about? Did you have to work with certain people that are like classical music players or whatever, or how did that kind of come about?
Well, I'll be really honest, Schiller. It's produced electronically, so we didn't actually record with like a symphony or an orchestra in a live studio setting. But that was my producer's idea. I work with the same producer on all my music so far. He's my best friend, Stephen Clark. And last time for I'm Spottie, we did a rap version, we did an 8-bit version, and we did an emo rock version. And this time we knew we still wanted to do rap and 8-bit, but we wanted to come with something very different for some new flavor on that third version. And that was his idea. He gets all the credit, and it came out really nicely, I think. And you get 3 very different vibes from those 3 different versions. And then, like you said, we mash them up, so we have 24 additional hybrid versions. And those aren't all one-of-ones, but they have varying rarity, and some of them are one-of-ones. We actually have a rarity chart at SpottieWiFi.com where you can check it out in detail.
Yo, hell yeah. All right, so let's play a quick little 20-second tidbit from the orchestra edition, because I actually haven't heard this one yet.
Yo, sir, it's Spottie Wi-Fi. And you know I'm an all-time guy, and I'm living at an all-time high. It's official, I'm the king of punks. Haters gave me motivation. Even the coronavirus couldn't stop my coronation. Ride low, sell high, diamond hand determination. On Spottie Wi-Fi 5528, and we all gon' make it. I dox myself, so if you need me, you know where to find me.
Yo, the line about doxing yourself so you know where to find you, bro, that's hilarious. Holy shit.
It is what it is, man. You know, I'm in these Twitter streets, bro. These Twitter fingers, they get very froggy, you know, but when they see me in New York, they cross the street. So I just had to let them know.
Yo, that's hilarious. I love that. So let's talk a little bit here about kind of the Bun-B collab. How did that come across? Was it kind of like your producer that was able to introduce you? Did they approach you? How'd that kind of happen?
It was actually an old friend. I have an old friend who used to be a blogger. He used to run a pretty influential rap blog years ago when I was doing music back in the day. And now for several years, he's run an indie label, a record label. And he just has a really strong network in the hip hop world. And so I hit him up after our album sale in August. And I said, look, man, like, this is what I've been up to. I had some success, and I really want to do something to, like, bridge the gap, like I said, to the mainstream. And I think the way to do it is through collaboration. And I don't have the network that you have, so can you help me? And he was totally into it. He embraced the vision, and he gave me a short list of like artists that he's cool with, that he felt might be receptive, or it might be a cool collab. And then we actually put it to a vote in my Discord, so that my token holders helped decide like who we would reach out to. And Bun was on that list. Bun actually did a song where he rapped over a Euler beat. Euler beats is like a pretty historic generative music project in the NFT world. And so I saw him rap over one of those, so I knew that he was familiar with the NFT world, right? And he was just so receptive. He was so open. He liked the concept of the song. The artwork, bro, we partnered with a DreamWorks animator for this animated artwork, 27 unique pieces of art for the different versions. And I mean, I was like, Bun, you know, I want to do something crazy. I want to depict you as you, but I also want to depict you and me on the artwork as astronauts. I want to do some versions where we're aliens with green skin. And, you know, I didn't know how he was going to react to all this, you know, because he's a legendary artist. You know, he doesn't need to be putting himself out there like that. But he just had all the trust in the world in me, and gave me so much latitude and creative freedom. That's really the only reason that we were able to pull this off so quickly.
I think one of the takeaways that I heard in there of what you were saying was like, your friend that had the network was giving you a short list of people that they thought was going to be receptive. And I think we're continuing to see, I don't know if it's kind of like a divide in a way, but between like companies saying, hey, like we're going to jump into like this whole Web3, the NFT type movement, or we're going to not. And we're seeing more and more where, you know, the other day there was a big time streamer, Trainwrecks, who bought an ape. And if you look at the comments on it, pretty much all of them were, you know, really, really negative, except for like all the ones of the people that commented that had apes or NFTs. And I think we're really hitting this kind of interesting divide with things. So I'm curious, I guess, your take between music and just NFTs kind of in general. Do you feel like we're hitting kind of like a barrier of acceptance?
I think To some extent, maybe. I think it's more of a barrier of like motivation or education. I think the music, the old school music world, they know that this is what's up next. But I think there are different motivations that some of the players have. Some people are motivated to just come in and do cash grabs. We've seen it time and time again, and the music industry is not immune to that. I think the major record labels, they're going to come in and try to do cash grabs. Um, but I think that a lot of individual artists like Bun, they're educating themselves and they're arming themselves with information to understand how they can use the technology. And so, yes, in terms of the fans, I think a lot of fans see NFT and they think it's like they're over it. You know, they've seen enough of it. Maybe they're FOMOing and they're just coping a little bit. But you know, I think artists like Bun that have a solid reputation and like, you know, just a flawless track record in the game, them coming along and doing something that is well thought out, that is high effort and not a cash grab. I'm really bullish that music and partnerships like that, collabs like that, I believe music can be a cheat code, you know, to mass adoption. Music is an international language, Schiller. You know this. Like, you don't even need to know understand the lyrics of a song to make a song make you feel some type of way sometimes, right? And hip hop, you know, hip hop is so verbose that you can pack a lot of words into a song where somebody might say, "What does that mean? Let me Google that," you know. And I also think we get a lot of jokes about people right-click saving a JPEG, or I screenshotted your ape, I screenshotted your CryptoPunk. Why would you buy it? I just stole it, right? Well, those same people, Schiller, they understand the difference between an MP3 and an artist's master recordings. We've heard in pop culture Kanye ranting about his masters. We know Prince bought back his masters. Michael Jackson bought the Beatles' masters. Scooter Braun bought Taylor Swift's masters. We've heard these stories in pop culture and TMZ. So the MP3 is the analogy to right-click saving a JPEG, you know? And we as a culture, we understand that anybody can right-click save an MP3. It's very hard to monetize an MP3. It's much easier to monetize masters. And I think that's a thing, that's an advantage that music has in terms of our pop cultural vernacular and our common understanding of how NFTs can help in the music field.
So you're also on Audius, is that correct? Because I have a follow-up question, but I'm just wanting to make sure.
Oh yeah, I'm always on Audius, absolutely.
So as someone who hasn't really dived deeply into Audius, but like I respect and understand kind of what they're doing, for me, I'm still somebody who, you know, uses the iTunes, the Spotify, and I don't think that you have anything that's uploaded on there, at least as of yet. So, you know, like when I, you know, kind of just get on the computer, hang out, bring up my playlist on one of those platforms, and I just kind of go through it. Do you think that you're ever going to have any kind of integration with either of those? Or are you going to stick to, you know, platforms that are only, you know, kind of like those NFT and creator focus based?
And I'm so glad you asked that. This is kind of a common misconception. I actually put my music anywhere and everywhere I can. My music is on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, it's on Tidal, it's on
I gotta
iTunes.
go find it then. Oh my God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because I have people in my Discord that say, "Hey, I jog in the mornings. I go work out. I go run. Like, I don't want to be going on OpenSea, you know, to try to like look up your songs." It gets back to that point where the MP3, all it allows you to do is listen to the music. And guess what? I want you to listen to the music. I don't want you to have to pay to listen to my music. In fact, anybody can go on my Discord and download my MP3s. I give those away for free. And that doesn't threaten the value of my NFTs, because my NFTs give you the ability to do a lot more than just listen. You can actually monetize my music because I give you a copyright license with my NFTs. And my collectors understand that, my community understands that. In fact, after my album launched in August, we held a vote. Like, should we keep the MP3s bottled up and exclusive, or should we give them out as a free download to the general public? And I'm very proud that overwhelmingly the vote decided that the token holders voted that we should give them out for free, because they understand that that actually helps us.
It's so cool, your entire story and you doing this, and it's also the fact of, like, you know, seeing who you are and getting to meet you. I think everybody agreed that you were a huge vibe for it, and it was cool that, you know, it's somebody that wasn't, you know, ended up being a dick or anything in person. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it was a hardcore vibe, and it's cool to see that everybody within the NFT space, you know, that are wanting to be here really do have that. Now, with that said, you guys went and you did kind of like a live performance. I think it was like your first one in person outside Terminal 5, which I think the night or two prior to that is where the NBA Top Shot party was held. But you guys look like you were on top of like an RV van or a bus. It was retro, it was ghetto, it was cool. Tell us a little bit about that experience and if there is any kind of future live performances planned.
Ooh, I'm glad you asked, man. Yeah, New York was like, we were going all guerrilla style. I was trying to get a show booked or a party booked or get a venue or whatever. And to be honest, I should have been trying earlier, and I wasn't able to make it work. So we did a few things. First, we rented a digital billboard truck that was just blasting the song and blasting the video artwork of me and Bun, and we were just crashing parties, crashing the BAYC merch line, things like that. We did an impromptu meetup at an Irish pub for our token holders and got to meet and greet them, hand out some swag, some snapback caps, stuff like that. And then on the very last night, I had a few friends that hit me up. They said, we have some friends with a hippie bus, and it's called the Unicorn Bus, and we have a PA system and a microphone on the rooftop. Do you want to pull up and crash some parties and rap? And I said, absolutely, man. This is the best way I could close out the week. We've been just guerrilla marketing the whole time, so absolutely, I'm going to show up. It's going to be my first IRL Meetverse performance as Spottie. I'm in Florida, so all I had was some hoodies. I had to go get a Cheetah Gang fur coat, to make sure I was comfortable and everything, and we rocked it out, man. It was a lot of fun. I have done some virtual reality performances before as Spottie. You can actually check those out on YouTube, but this was my first IRL show. And guess what, Schiller? I'm super excited because some people took note. They enjoyed the video of the performance because we streamed it on Twitch. And I will be performing at Art Basel Miami the first week of December. So I can't share when and where just yet, but that's some alpha for you. So if anybody's in Miami, definitely plan to come say hi and check out the live show.
Yo, hell yeah. Excited for that. And I mean, like, for you, I want to kind of like wrap up here by talking a little bit about NFT NYC and kind of all these like IRL events, if you're down with it. What was your thoughts after NFT NYC finished? I mean, you're already looking at doing the Miami trip. And I mean, for me, I'm like, holy sheesh, I don't know if I ever want to travel again. Like, because there's a lot more, and you're always busy doing different stuff. But what do you kind of think now that we are really kind of opening up to the NFTs becoming kind of, physical events?
I think it's really awesome just to see the evolution of having a personal relationship, a face-to-face contact. I'm very bullish on the metaverse, of course, but I don't think that desire for human physical interaction and contact and touch, I don't think that's going away anytime soon. So that's one thing that I think is great. I think so many bonds, like I even feel more like I know you so much better, even though we didn't hang out all week, just like you said, I got to meet Schiller and he's not a dick, he's like really cool. And, you know what I mean? Like just like he is on Twitch. And we saw each other after we had a bunch of drinks, when you're probably your most real self. So it's like, and I'm just excited, man. I think that, I also think you're going to start to see some competition. Well, we already see it, right? I'm down with the Bored Apes. I'm also down with the Gutter Cat Gang. The Gutter Cat Gang prides themselves on throwing dope events. They did a GutterCon in Vegas. After their party on Wednesday night, I saw some of my fellow Gutter Gang tweeting the Gutter Cats throw the best events, blah, blah, blah. And then one night later, Bored Apes come out and they got Aziz on stage. They got Chris Rock on stage. They got Beck. They got The Strokes. They got Lil Baby. And it's whoa, this is heating up. It's like an arms race. So I think in Miami, we're going to see that competition escalate, and I'm looking forward to it.
So what do you think for you was the best event that you went to in NFT NYC? And then what was your favorite moment of all the events?
Hands down, man. It was hands down the Bored Ape Warehouse party. There's no question in my mind. The only other thing I would say is when I had the meetup at the Irish pub and I got to meet probably like 30 of my token holders or something like that. That was very sentimental and very cool. But just as a fan, the Bored Ape party was incredible. Maybe the coolest party I've been to. I even forgot Questlove DJ'd. You know, I'm rattling off all these big names, and Questlove was DJing. They didn't even introduce him. They didn't even introduce Questlove. Half the party didn't even know it was Questlove. He's just in the corner, you know, like he's DJing at the Rockin' Bowl or something, you know. And the best moment to me was the Strokes, man. I love the Strokes. I really was letting loose. I was rocking out in the crowd. And I think probably my favorite Strokes song is called Hard to Explain. So when they played Hard to Explain, that was like, I think the pinnacle for me.
Yo, that's awesome. Now, I want to do kind of one little recap one more time for anyone that potentially tuned in late. If you want to just give a quick little update about when your drop is happening, any of the kind of details, and then I know that you mentioned before that you were down for a giveaway or two, so we might do some marble races for that.
Yeah, so the new NFT drop launches on Monday afternoon, and it's my new song with Bun-B. It's called All Time High. You can listen to the song right now on all streaming platforms. You can also listen to it and read all the details about the drop at SpottieWiFi.com. And yeah, we got 27 different versions of the song. Some are more common, some are more rare. So you basically have an opportunity to own an NFT and a copyright license for potentially a one-of-one song featuring Spottie WiFi and the legend Bun-B. And this is the first of 5 collectibles that I'm going to drop over the next year. Collect them all to get a vinyl record for this historic collab album that I'm putting together. And it's going to be really fun, Schiller, a year from now to see all the collabs that we get and to see how much success we have bridging the gap between the NFT community and the mainstream. So everybody check it out. And I appreciate you giving me the platform, man. I always love coming on here and talking to you.
Yo, it's exciting. I can't wait to see what happens a year from now. And just want to clarify with you, you're down for giving away one of these NFTs? Because I'll break out the marbles here and we'll do it and say peace for now, and then get that hooked up on Monday.
Man, what can we see the top like 3 finishers? Can we give like 3 away or something?
You want to do 3? You want to do 3 separate races? Because we can do 3 separate races and then the winner of each of them. Or if you want to just do one with the top 3, totally up to you. And you don't need to be here for it because I'll do commentary and all that kind of stuff on the side.
Man, whatever you feel like, bro. You know, I'm down for whatever.
Yo, hell yeah. All right, guys, get some W's up here in the chat for some Spottie WiFi. Again, if you're not following him here on Twitter, be sure to do so. It's twitter.com/Spottie WiFi, or just check out the chat for it. We got 3 different ones of his new NFT with the collab of Bun-B coming up. And Spottie, thank you so much for providing that. I'll send those Ethereum addresses to you if you guys got the ENS names. Hell yeah, dude. But Spottie, all the best luck in the world to you, and we'll have you on again sometime super soon.
Thank you, bro. I'll be watching the races. I'll be in the audience. So thank you for the platform. Much love to everybody out there.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, guys, that's Spottie WiFi. Yo, sheesh. Not bad, not bad. Yo, not bad, dude. Okay.